Jamie, how are you?
I'm great, Janie. How are you?
I'm doing well. You know, I was looking at this embroidery design that you've created. How did you make that design?
Well, I created this really quickly and easily using clip art and the Express Design Wizard in 5D Embroidery Extra. And you can see it creates fantastic embroideries, but we're a little bit plain.
Yeah, it
and
is.
using the 5D Stitch Editor Plus, we can just make them that little bit more exciting.
Oh, this is lovely. It's got so much texture to it.
Exactly. And it's done using one of my favorite tabs, which is the Emboss tab. And you can see here, there's so many different things we can do with this tab. Right down at the bottom, using one of the fantastic built-in stamps, I've done this really cool football.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then using the line tool, we can create a line of stamps. So again, this is using one of the other built-in ones. And again, you're not just restricted to doing it in a straight line.
Yes.
We can do it to follow any curve. So it really fits your stitching really well.
You know, when you look at this plain area at the top, it really makes this leap out at you.
Exactly.
And you can follow that contour. It really gives it shaping. Makes it look very natural.
Definitely. And again, you can personalize it even more because you can use lettering to stamp. So we can stamp words in as well. So you can see this really cool bit here where I've stamped in Matt's spinning top. And then not only that, you can actually create your own stamps.
Oh, now I can see a lot of potential for that.
Yeah.
Cats, dogs, birds.
Anything you can draw, you can stamp.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, why don't you show us a little bit
Sure.
about how you did that process today?
Yeah, let me show you now.
Okay, great.
So as you can see on our screen, here is our spinning top design. And one of the fantastic new features with 5D Stitch Editor Plus is this fantastic integrated control strip along the bottom.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it's visible all the time, isn't it?
Exactly. So you can see here we're in our design tab, so we can see all our colors. But if I click on Emboss, there it is. It's still there.
Oh, and I'm seeing some great new embossing stamps there.
Yeah. As well as your favorites, we have some fantastic new ones as well. And in a much easier to use interface as well.
Right.
So
that's great.
So what I want to do is I'm going to start off with my little football. And you can see here we've got all our colors all the way along here. And then using our Drawnext color block, I can find my one area that I want to do. Using our zoom tab, we can zoom in as well.
That's
so we can see it that more clearly. And then here, so we've got our stamps and we've got our different categories. So if I go down to games, there's our football.
Now, you know, you call that football here. In America, we call that a soccer ball.
Yes. So again, and the other great thing about it as well, so once I've chosen my different styles of stamps here, so I'm going to choose a single stamp, we see the stamp on the screen. So what we can do, we can resize it. So if it's too big or too small, you're not just limited to two sizes like we were with Stitch Editor. We can make it any size we want. So I can make it bigger. You can see here, we're a little bit too big, but that's not a problem. So we can go down and you see the size. So we can...
Yes, and you know what I really like about that is you actually see it on that fill area. You know exactly what it's going to be.
Before you've actually stamped it. So you can stamp it. But if you make a mistake, that's not a problem because we've got undo.
So and we have many steps of undo.
Yes. So we can make a change to whatever we want and then start again.
That's lovely.
Okay. So once we've done that, using our Drawnext color bar, we can find our next color. So I can scroll through and it will show each one individually. So I can go onto here, onto our yellow line.
Which is where you've done this one that follows the contour.
Yeah. So using one of our other cool stamps, which are built in. So I'm going to go to tiles. And you can see here we have such a variety of different things. Oh,
those almost look like quilt designs, don't they?
Yeah.
I know you love quilting too.
Yes. And again, that's just so many different ways we can use this. We can use it on garments, we can use it for quilting, home deck.
Yes.
So many different uses.
Even a necktie.
Exactly. So once I've got it here, I can click on one of my lines. I've got freehand lines. So if you love using a graphics tablet, we can draw it with that. Or you can use the points, and we can really easily stamp using here, and you'll see it appears directly on the screen as you're doing it.
Oh, that is wonderful.
And
Absolutely.
if you don't like where it goes, we can click and we can move any of our points.
You can really adjust those now. So everything is visual, very user-friendly,
Exactly.
quick to learn.
Yes, yes.
That's great.
So right click, and there it is.
And it's done.
Yeah.
And it looks just like the one that you've done here. That's beautiful. I really like that technique.
Okay. Now, as you said, we can make it just a little bit more personal, and we can do that with our lettering. So again, if I find the red section here.
That's so fast clicking through it.
Oh, yes.
Those tools are always there no matter which one of the tabs you're in.
Yeah, you don't have to keep jumping from one tab to the
Yes,
next.
yes.
So on here you'll see the letter A, and this is where we come into our lettering. And you can see we have not just one style of lettering. Any of the 2 type fonts which are stored on your computer, you can turn into a fantastic stamp. So we just highlight the area and we just type in.
So we can have script lettering or block lettering.
Yeah, you can have it bold, italic, everything really. And then you click on OK and click on your single stamp if you want a single, or you could have a whole line of them if you wanted to.
Sure, that's great.
And again, you see it on the screen.
That's
so you can see exactly where you want to place it.
That's wonderful.
So I can click on stamp here, and you just go in and you keep carrying on adding your text.
Right, and you would do one set of words after another. Yeah. That's wonderful. Well, it certainly makes a charming and personalized gift. And here we can see that you've taken that and used the resize feature, I believe.
Yep. So you can alter the size of it as well.
And made a baby bib, which would make a great gift for friends. Okay. Well, you have another design here. We have 2 little snowmen. Tell us a little bit about those.
Yeah, well, one of the other features, as well as a line, we can actually do a stamp fill. So what I have done here is on this one here, again, using clip art and Express Design Wizard, I've created a fantastic little design. But then I've just made it a little bit more exciting. Well, he's made of snow, and snow's not completely smooth. So I'm using the snowflake, which is one of the built-in stamps. I've done a stamp fill. And I can show you here on here. So if I find, for example, the orange area, okay, I can fill that with a stamp. Now it doesn't have to be one of the ones that's built in. Right. You can actually create your own.
Right. That's a wonderful feature. So I can draw my own artwork. And what do you use to draw?
I use it in Design Creator. The Draw tab in Design Creator. And again, you can scan something in, or you can take one you've done already. So I've just drawn a little swirly pattern. And then what you can do, as well as stamping over a pre-done fill, we can actually use the breakup. Break it up to a nice smooth area. So you've got a completely...
Remove all the stitches and...
Yeah, so you've got a blank canvas to where you walk on. And it's dead easy. You just click on here, bring up your motif, and with one click, you get this really cool little animation. And voila.
That's fun. That's really fun. Well, here's a little teddy bear that you've done.
Yeah, exactly. And again, what I have done is I created it initially in Express Design Wizard, and then using the stamp film, and I've taken away the original needle points so that my stamp looks really cool. I'm just using one of the built-in ones. I have given his fur a little bit more excitement. Okay, so it made him more alive.
More texture.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then just to make him that a little bit more personal, I have stamped initials into his paws.
And what child wouldn't love having that on a shirt or a backpack?
Exactly.
Something that calls it their own.
Yeah.
Well, I think these are wonderful, wonderful ideas for things we can create.
Yeah.
Now here we have some robots.
Yeah. And again, this is done using the resize feature. So you can see here is one of our original ones, and you can see we've made them larger and we've made them smaller. And the great thing about it is, if we make it larger, we don't end up with something really gappy.
Yes. Not lots of extra space in there with no stitches.
Yeah.
Well, I know that we're going to look at some of the other features later, too, in one of the other videos. And I love the fact that you can select any area and adjust the density individually, too.
Yeah.
Which is great. And here's another little pair of pajamas.
Yeah.
And another little guy, and we've even stamped in some initials.
Yes. And again, we've just given his spacesuit a little bit of texture.
Really great texture. Well, Jamie, I want to thank you so much
My pleasure.
for coming here today. And we want to encourage all of you to go to your local dealer and get a quick demo of the new 5D Stitch Editor Plus software.
And you can see just how fast and easy it is to transform your embroideries
Absolutely.
from ordinary into extraordinary.